Muslims in Australia, the untold story that shaped a nation. Hey, history enthusiasts! Today we're uncovering a fascinating chapter of Australian history that rarely makes it into our textbooks. The rich legacy of Muslims in Australia, dating back way before European settlement. The first encounters. Bet you didn't know this. Muslims were among the first people to make contact with Australia from overseas. Let's rewind to the 1700s. Picture this. Indonesian fishermen from Makassar, many of them Muslims, regularly visited northern Australia. They weren't just passing through. They were establishing lasting relationships with indigenous communities, trading sea cucumbers, and sharing their culture. The cameleers, pioneers of the outback. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Ever heard of the Afghan cameleers? These Muslim pioneers literally helped build Australia as we know it. In the 1860s, thousands of Muslims from Afghanistan, Pakistan, and other regions arrived with their camels. Why? Because camels were perfect for exploring and developing Australia's harsh interior. These ships of the desert and their Muslim handlers were essential for building the telegraph line, constructing railways, supporting outback communities, establishing vital trade routes, cultural exchange. Here's something fascinating. Many outback towns still have mosques built by these pioneers. The oldest surviving mosque in Australia? It's in Mary, South Australia, built in 1861. Growing roots. By the early 1900s, many Muslim cameleers had put down roots in Australia. They married local women, built communities, and contributed to Australia's multicultural foundation. Modern legacy today, Islam is Australia's second largest religion, but this isn't a new phenomenon. It's part of a continuous history spanning centuries. Let's look at some amazing contributions of Australian Muslims today. In science and medicine, in sports and entertainment, in business and innovation, in community service. Breaking stereotypes. These stories challenge what we think we know about Australian history. They show us that diversity isn't just a modern phenomenon, it's woven into the very fabric of our nation. Moving forward. Understanding this history helps us appreciate Australia's diverse heritage, challenge misconceptions, build stronger communities, create a more inclusive future. Your turn. What surprised you most about this history? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you have family stories about Muslim pioneers in Australia,